Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode here in our single player world. Man, that was actually a pretty cool view moving away from those mountains. Okay, we kind of missed it. Looking good, still looking pretty good. What I really wanted to do was just show you guys exactly what this area is looking like, how it's coming along, first of all. Today we're not working in here, but I'm really looking forward to this episode because I've got some pretty cool ideas, which actually take a bit of inspiration from someone else that I've been watching, and I'm sure you guys are watching too, and I'm sure it'll be very apparent when we get to it. So do not fear. I will explain. And besides that, I think it's going to be a very good episode. A bit of catching up, actually. Oh man, this is where they are. I lost those. Not even gonna lie. I knew I had more of these shulker boxes, and I just had no clue where I'd put them. Okay, that was quite a derpy thing of me. But yes, we are gonna get started. Let's get started today. First of all, have a look at this, and I'll show you what's been going on. I mean, the gunpowder. That's a lot of gunpowder. We understand that. We've had that for a while. But look at that. 3 stacks of 64 sugarcane. Now that you guys know where that came from, right? You do know where that came from. And that is absolutely insane. And I don't think I've actually got the correct for one stack of gunpowder short to completing all of this. Now that is gonna be crazy. Okay, we gotta do this. I wanted to get 3 full stacks of rockets. We'll do that. We'll make it work. But besides that, I'll show you guys what's been going on, because I've actually had a stream a bit earlier today where I have got that sugarcane farm looking very good, and I think it's going to work out very well. Besides that, I've also done a bunch of other work which I've been meaning to show you guys that we've completed in streams, that I've completed off camera, and I wanted to show you guys in the last episode actually, but I clean forgot. Because we were very busy fighting Elder Guardians. Was that last episode? Was that the episode before? Building Hobbiton. We were very busy. And I plan on actually today stepping away from our own little Hobbiton. And we're going to be working on this island here. And it's a very small project. And I think it's going to be a good project. And by the way, yes, a creeper did explode there. I'm not ignoring it. I did have a little incident. But it'll get cleaned up. This little island over here, it seems kind of strange. Us building on a small island, but I think this is going to turn out very well. We're going to touch on every single piece of this practically, and slowly but surely it's going to be increasingly obvious that this world is a world completely man-made. It's completely built by us. Next to nothing is generated by Minecraft. That's what I hope. It'll be kind of extremely obvious, and that's good. So starting here, what I'm planning on doing is doing an extreme amount of detail on here, and adding a bunch of magic to it, which I think you guys are going to love. You guys are definitely going to love this. So, first of all, I'm just going to get rid of this. And you may notice that this over here, the shovel, is an efficiency 4. I'm breaking 3, and I lost the godly the godly shovel yet again. So I'm on the grind for an efficiency 3 silk touch. That's going to be our target. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to dig up a bunch of dirt to get this. Do you guys ever get that? Where your elytra just kind of fails? Look, I'm not in flying mode. That's kind of weird. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and get some dirt. And the other big problem that I'm having right now, well, not a problem, but we're about to fix this. And I think we've got a good opportunity to show off some stuff, is this needs a bit of mending. Look at this. Very low. And I think we can go ahead and go to the end, because I've got some things to show you over there. Pretty obvious that we're in the end right now, and look at this. You can see that I've got this line over here, and no line over here. That means that I've completed the chesting on this side. At least just the chest, not the hoppers. But look at that. How crazy is that? It looks so cool when they all load in. Let's do that again. I gotta see that again. I love watching the chests load in, because of course chests don't load in until you get a bit closer to them. And we'll go out here. Nothing loaded in again. And as I said, we'll do that again. So go down here. Oh, no. Smack my face into the stairs. Man, that looks super cool. That is really cool. So what I want to show you is my little bit of an improvement to this area. What I've done is we've got 6 hoppers actually. 6 hoppers underneath these blocks over here. Hey, I've got some levels waiting for me. Okay. Where are they? I thought I saw an experience ball down there. Never mind. Alright, so these hoppers over here are picking up the ender pearls, and in particular, they're only picking up ender pearls from one side of it. So these 3 blocks over here, that one over there, that one there, and that one there, the only hoppers facing into each other in this direction. Man, I keep feeling like I'm about to fall off this thing. And obviously it's still, it's kind of raw. I still have to do a bit of stuff. This over here, this hopper, has got the other 3 hoppers that are over there. So we've got that one there, and the one in the middle at the back there, all facing into each other, coming in this way. You can see that's all filled up, and that's going nowhere. So what the plan is that we want to have all of our ender pearls being the ones on this side going to this side, and the ones that I showed you secondly going to that side. And that is going to be how each side gets filled up, synchronized, like, and all synchronized with the filling up of chests and stuff. And what I may actually do is, when we get to the end of it, which is still quite a long way away, don't get me like, I know how long this is. This is a very, very long way to go. But what I want to do is I want to eventually get a little system to spread it out and start coming back up the other end, or the other end if that's the case, which is going to be interesting. But that's another day, another story right there. So what I've got is I've got the item getting pushed along with these hoppers. Very, very quick explanation. They get pushed into these hoppers and pushed up by that dropper over there. And why is that powered? Okay. Do not fear. I will fix that. So basically what's happening is, as these items are coming through, and I've got all the dirt that I said I wanted to get, as these items come through here, they get pushed up there into that glass, and the glass shoots it up into, well, it gets pushed into the glass, obviously, and because, you know, when an item gets stuck and it starts doing that weird jiggly thing, if it's in glass, it'll just try to keep going up, and eventually it gets to the top, gets pushed up the top there, and I will show you quickly how that looks. Let's go over here. Okay, that's fine. It'll come there. Perfect. Here we go. There, and there. And, of course, another 2. Hopefully we don't get any endermen spawning over there. So it gets pushed up here and pushed along these compressed ice. That's compressed ice over there by the water. And there's a little trick which I'm sure a lot of you guys will be aware of. But for you guys who might not know, is the item gets pushed over here. So let me throw one of these in. Because I can do that. Let me just do that. You see how it gets picked up by that hopper? So what happens is, because this ender chest over here isn't a full block, it gets the item in on there, but it also has the ability to slide along the ice and water over here. So it'll just keep going all the way along. Eventually, once these fill up, the hopper won't be able to accept more. It'll go to the next hopper, go to the next hopper, go to the next hopper. And that's just how it will continue. So can I please fly? Let's just jump off. It's always scary whenever I do that. And we'll jump off onto this part here, which is an easy place to keep going. So that's pretty much the way it works. It's a very simple design, and it's very, very easy. But of course, what's going to happen now is we're going to have to get a bunch of iron. And you know that means a whole iron farm. We're going to have to do an iron farm, because this took me so long to get all this iron. And I've only got for the first 4 chests done. So it's only done up to there with hoppers, which will last us a while for ender pearling. But yeah, it's going to be a very, very big job. So what my plan is right now, so we can get started with this episode, because I'm really excited to get going with this project. I'm going to go and heal up my elytra, my sword, and that's about it. The shovel's fine. So I'll see you guys back at the future side of the island, the mini island. And for those of you guys who might be wondering, this is how it works very, very quickly. Items come in here. By the way, it was backed up. You can see it's slowly letting things out, and because it was backed up, that was the problem. But it's letting items through here, and you see what I mean about them just jumping up, eventually getting stuck at the top there, and then moving their way down into there. Pretty simple setup, as I say. That's, when it comes down to it, that's exactly all it is. And here comes some story time. I guess it's going to be sort of story time, being how it ties into this world. It's not really story, I guess. This is lore. This is lore. This is where there's a distinguishing difference, I guess. So what is going on here? I've gone ahead, I've filled up the island with a bit of dirt, and it's slowly getting some grass pushing over to it, because of course I don't have a silk touch pick. A silk touch shovel, sorry. And I've just got a few things of grass working their way around here. So I want to tie this into this project over here, and if you guys don't know about it, which I think it's a pretty cool project. I mean, if you don't know about it, I mean, definitely check it out. This is our ice crystal cave. Well, just the ice cave, I guess. And let me go in there, make sure that doesn't fall down. We've probably got no creepers. No. I still have to replace those, by the way, that we lost. But pretty much what this is there has to be a creeper there somewhere that I just didn't see. This is a giant ice orb, which is controlling this area around here, well, making it cold. And what I thought would be kind of cool is to use the fade lighting, which was an idea that I've heard from Etho, and I don't know if it's maybe come out around before that, but it's a really, really cool idea. And basically the idea of this is, it's going to be a very cool looking place at night. Not during the day, but in the night, of course. And when that sun goes down, we'll eventually have some stuff to show for it. But the idea is that I want to get this area over here being an ice crystal or a little icicle coming out of the ground. I don't know what you would call if they're coming up out of the ground. But basically, I want it to look like the ice has kind of shot up from here. And I don't want it to be super obvious from outside over there. maybe a little bit, but not very, very obvious. And I think this is actually going to be a relatively easy thing to decorate. For me, at least, I don't think there's too much difficult stuff. Mostly just going to be placing things like this around the place and getting it to look as though... I don't want that. I was actually wanting to get a bit of this on here. Like that. I just want this whole area to look like it's a little bit more magical. Because, of course, I want this place to look magical. And it's broken out the ground. It's kind of extruding out there. I think this could be really, really cool. And then what I want to do is I want to get some more glass down the bottom. And, of course, have the fade lighting coming in. So, from the distance over there, if we were looking, we would only see this, like, bright light coming on and going off and fading and on and off like that. I reckon that is going to look so, so good. And that is what I think will be the little things that change the world, you know, just adding things like this, adding a few different small projects which don't make really any need or make too much sense, as a matter of fact. But it's these small things that are going to make the big differences. So let's get rid of that. Little things like that. Look at that. When they're all floating around here, it's going to look really, really awesome. I think I might even add a little bit of purple maybe in it, like 1 or 2 magenta things here, just to look like kind of particles coming off the thing. But look at that. There we go. I can even put these up a little bit. In fact, I've got a thought. When I put the light, I don't have any lighting on me. But do these look like they're glowing when there's a bit of light on them? Actually, put the ender chest down. This actually gives off light. Yeah, that could look kind of cool from over there. And by the way, I got bombarded by a creeper. A skeleton shot it over there, and we've lost another piece. Slowly but surely destroying this area. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. Imagine those just coming on and going off, coming on, going off. And of course, we're going to make it look a little bit more hidden with some bushes coming off the sides. Maybe even a little bit of a tree there. So this is pretty simple, I guess, from now for me for decorating. The cool thing, there's one other cool thing that I've got. Oh, snap. Creeper. No. Do not want that. And that is going to be, we are going to use some note blocks. Don't destroy that, please. Thank you. And the note blocks recently have got a little bit of an update. So I want to get into that as well. But before we get into those, I want to go ahead and complete this piece here, and then we'll see what we've got going on after this. It is nighttime right now, and I want to just test out my little bit of a redstone idea here, because this is loosely based off a design actually by Eximavoid, which will be down in the description. Of course, there will be a link. And I've kind of altered it my own way and used some of his concepts, at least, into getting this lighting over here to turn off and on. And I'll show you what will happen. Let me just put this here. See that? 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and we do this again. Like that. So it goes off, goes on, and because this light's going across there, from outside, it'll look like it's getting brighter and getting darker, brighter and darker, and then brighter and darker. And I've got this, solution, I'm hoping, is if we put one of these blocks in here. I don't want to do that. I'll do 6 of those, and I'll tell you why we're doing 6, and I'll show you exactly what's happening. So we're putting these through here. They're going to go around in a loop in these hoppers. Not over there, because of course that is not connected. Okay, let me get rid of that there, and we'll start again. So let me just put one of these in, and dang it, I can see it's going nuts. So if I do just one, watch this. As it goes around, it's not going to have enough signal. Well, the signal's not going to be long enough to trigger that one there to power this block. But let me just wait till it comes out. There we go. We'll put 6 in, and I'm pretty sure this should be able to get a little bit down there. So wait for it to come around. So there we go. You see that? Comes on and goes off. Wonderful. Let's check if we can take that down to 5. That could be really cool. I'm clicking and it's not coming. Okay, there we go. And you know why it's not? I know what's happening. There we go. I needed the inventory space. All right, now this is the moment of truth. This is actually the very first time that I better not be angry at me. I was going to say this Enderman looks pretty angry. Let's check it out. Why is that light? That's weird. It's just kind of staying on. That's very, very strange. Let's check what's going on here. This is kind of odd. Okay, it's definitely pulsating there. Maybe what's happening, I'm assuming what's happening is that the light's not maybe updating very well over there because it's a bit further away. Let's go up here. Let's just check this out. Maybe from this roof, things might look a little bit different. Yeah, that's definitely doing it. It's just not looking as good as I thought it was going to look. I thought it was going to be very, very obvious. there you can't see you can see absolutely nothing there. Okay, maybe what could be a good solution to this little issue that we have here could be to maybe bring the light a bit closer. That could be a thing. Put it a bit closer to the surface. Although I don't think that is actually going to help us. I think that what's going to be the case. Man, don't blow up my stuff, please. Thank you. Yeah, look at that. Like, maybe, you know what, the only other solution, I'm looking at this, the only other solution that I think could work is perhaps if we made this hopper chain a bit longer. And I think we're almost at the edge here anyway. But let's check if we just add just one more even. Just one more run of these, which is 2 more hoppers. That might just create a little bit more delay in the hoppers. Let's see what's going on here. Come on, go around, do a loop. I feel like that's a little bit too long as well. Maybe if I can grab one of them out. Let's see this. So if it goes there. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Let's get out of here if I do that there. Never mind. Fall straight down a hole. Now let's check this out. I don't want to do redstone too much in this episode. I just wanted to get this thing out of the way. Yeah, maybe if we put a block up the top here so we can actually see the light coming through. Apparently the glass doesn't have a very obvious... The other thing is maybe it's all this. Maybe it's all this. Let's do this. Right there, and that's now pretty much all gone. If that's maybe blocking it out. So let's give it one last chance. If not, I will go ahead and figure something out. But I think that this is the final thing that I can think of to fix it. What's attacking me? Man, I'm getting smashed today. Let's go up here then, I guess. This is just a whole bunch of me just trying to avoid getting destroyed. Yeah, that's sad. I thought it would look really, really cool, just the light coming up on the sides of this, but it doesn't appear to be the case. It kind of does, but it's just not making it as obvious as I thought. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move that up another 2 blocks, so it's ever... oh, that looks good. You see that? Sometimes it looks alright. So yeah, I'm going to move that up a little bit, and then what we're going to do is we're going to get started in actually decorating this place, making it look good once and for all, because it's kind of very, very raw right now. We're taking a quick little detour from where we are. We're having a little bit of a break. And where we are at right now, you guys should be quite familiar with the mob farm all the way up there, the big giant thing. And this part over here, which we were actually... Dang it, I forgot about that sponge. So this was where we were just, I think, last episode or a few episodes ago. Was it last episode? No, it was a few episodes ago. 2 episodes ago. We were busy building this over here. This little bit of... Actually, it was just that over there. That piece there of the sugarcane farm. And that over there as well. And I've added in 2 sides here. I've made it a little bit more pretty. Made the ground a bit more pretty. Moved those out there. Moved those out there. And now it's looking pretty good. Slowly but surely growing. And what I need to... Hey, I guess it is growing. Yeah, but we've got a lot of stuff coming in here. Look at that. 42 on that side. How much is on this side? 18. Yeah, that would have been because I couldn't empty my inventory completely. So much stuff. And not only that, when we've got this all going up, and why I said it was growing, is we're going to add another level, we're going to add another, until we get to all the way at the top. I even want to go out of the water, potentially, and get this thing all the way filled up there. But one thing is for certain, that as of today, we don't have an issue with not getting enough paper. That's for certain. I mean, you saw how many rockets we got. The gunpowder's sorted, the paper's now practically sorted. Then, I guess we're going on to a few other farms around this area. I'm planning on doing a netherwort farm, a cactus farm, and I think that's pretty much all that I can think of currently that I want to put in this area. So if you've got any ideas, let me know what other good AFK-able farms there are to put here. And I know you're going to say iron farm, but that's going in the spawn chunk. So just a farm that requires us to be around without us necessarily... There we go. Having to operate it, although the netherwort farm we will have to operate, but I've got a plan. I've got a plan for that, which we will have to try out one day. But yeah, let's move back to our main project of the day. Look at that. How good is that looking? Man, it's taken a little bit of work, but what I've noticed is occasionally you'll find that there's a chunk border here which doesn't allow the light to load evenly. You see that every now and then it kind of loads a bit funny. You can just on those blocks there. Very weird, and occasionally it doesn't unload completely. But what I decided to do was take the one level of dirt away, which is probably, I'm assuming, kind of obvious, but that was the solution in the end, and I figured it out, which is very, very good. Let me quickly step in and get rid of the night, because that's not too important right now that we know what it looks like. And what I want to do is I want to show you what I've done. I've done a little bit of decorating. It's nothing very impressive, nothing very different, but it's something that's pretty cool, and I want to show you guys what it looks like. So there we go, get that. I've so got to fix that. So here we go. This is what it's looking like. Up close, maybe not as pretty as from over there. Let me just go over there, show you what the over there looks like. See, that looks pretty good. I like it from there, in fact. But as soon as we go up close, it kind of just gets a little bit messy, but that's alright, because we're not going to be around here all the time. So what I want to do now is the next stage, and that is going under here. I think I can't get in over there. I don't want to break that. Let's just break in over here. Wonderful. So in here, I want to do one more thing. I want to decorate. Well, not decorate. What would you call this? This is kind of setting the feel of this farm. Well, not farm even. The feel of whatever we're doing right now. So we do that. We take that, and we can put this stuff back away because that's in the way right now. Okay, whatever. That's fine. That's fine. And then we need to do one more thing. We need to get out our wooden planks. So if we get out those, we'll make some more of these over here. And I'll take out 32. Let's do 32. How about we just go crazy for it? Let's do that. All of them. And then we'll go and get all of these. Like that. Perfect. And I will admit, I've never actually completely tried this. And where is that? There they are. So if I do this, there. It does make a sound. Now if I do this, and I hope this doesn't melt. Please don't melt. I was told that, well, I was not told, but I was under the impression. I was under the impression that that being over there makes a different sound. Is it maybe, I thought it was on the bottom, maybe on top. No, no difference with the top piece. In fact, it doesn't work with the one on top. Alright, that is very strange. I'm going to have to quickly look into how these things work. Oh boy, am I glad to hear that it's actually packed ice. There we go, that's what I wanted. Let me make sure these are turned all the way up. Make sure everybody can hear this. So, where are jukebox? Nope, blocks. There we go. Pump that up a little bit. There we go. Let's just do that. One there, there, and we'll make these a few different sounds. So how about that? That one there is not being powered. So maybe, you know what, I know why. It needs that little bit of redstone on the end there, but I don't know if it's actually going to get all the way there, so... Just not enough. Oh my gosh, they came so close. Okay, I'll have to move it up one more. That's not a big deal. But there we go. And I want to maybe do a few more random pieces here, so it won't be completely even over here. And we just get these chimes coming around here. I think this is going to add so much to it. This is actually very, very exciting. So I'll do one going off here. There. We'll add in one of those down there, one of those down there. And the reason why I was so happy to hear that it was packed ice, not actually normal ice, is that it was going to melt. Normal ice can melt. Okay, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. And we can also maybe have another random one over here, which just goes on its own beat so that it randomizes these things completely. So if I do something like this, take those, and we'll put these in a circle. It can start a pretty cool beat here. So let's do that there, and we'll put one in over here as well. So if we do that there, And another 2 here. I think this should start making a very interesting tune. So we do 1 there, 1 there. And it's a little bit of something also that I'm not very used to doing. Let's just do that and put a random sound. There we go. And put in... Yeah, listen to that. That's sounding really, really good. That is actually very, very awesome. I'm actually so happy we've come across this. This is very, very, very awesome. It sounds kind of, it's probably getting a bit annoying down here, but let's go out to the top and picture this. So where is... You can hear it from all the way out here. Yeah, I might get rid of one of these, actually. Let's do that. Yeah, that's perfect. That's exactly what I was hoping for. This is actually very, very good. I'm glad that you got this feel around it. And I'm glad that you can actually hear it from a distance. So while we go past it... That's awesome. That is really, really cool. Alright, so I guess, looking at the time, this is probably going to be our episode for today, guys. So I hope you have enjoyed it. It's a little bit of a different sort of thing. And what we're going to be doing a bit later in this week is, by the way, if you guys were wondering about Little Hobbiton over there, we will be going around there, finishing it off this week, and also inducting our first batch of Patreons into the Hobbit Hole of Patreons. Let's call it that, the Hobbit Hole of Patreons. So, hopefully, by the end of the episode here, you guys are convinced that there was a lot of trouble with this, but we've got a very good sort of sound idea. That was a good, literally a sound idea. I didn't even realize that is so bad. That is appalling. How did I just say that? But yeah, a sound idea that I think is kind of cool, and we can work on it from here on. So this sort of idea we can work on. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Whoa, and I'll see you next time.